As the inauguration festivities begin to wind down, people are giving props to the nation's first National Youth Poet Laureate. Our Justin Schreier spoke with Wake Forest University educator and poet there who compares Amanda Gorman to the late Maya Angelou.
Angelou performed one of her poems at former President Bill Clinton's inauguration in 1993. Professor Donovan Livingston says it was as if the two women were speaking to one another Wednesday through space and time.
Somehow we've weathered and witnessed a nation that isn't broken, but simply unfinished.
22-year-old Amanda Gorman is being praised by celebrities, politicians, and educators after delivering a powerful poem she wrote called The Hill We Climb at the inauguration in Washington, D.C. Wednesday. She wore a ring shaped like a caged bird as a tribute to the late Wake Forest professor and poet Maya Angelou.
I just thought she captured the moment with such eloquence and challenged us to think critically about where we are as a country and how to move forward together. That point of unity was really driven home.
Donovan Livingston, a professor, assistant dean, and a poet himself, watched Gorman recite her nearly 6-minute poem.
One of the lines that resonated with me that I tweeted was, being American is more than the pride we inherit. It is the past we step into and how we repair it.
It's because being American is more than a pride we inherit. It's the past we step into and how we repair it.
It really helps you think critically about not turning away from the past, not looking upon the past with shame, but really embracing that as a part of our American story and challenging us to think about how we move forward together.
After she finished, praise rolled in on social media, from former President Barack Obama to celebrities like Lin-Manuel Miranda and Oprah Winfrey, who tweeted in part, "Maya Angelou is cheering, and so am I." In Winston-Salem, that rings close to home. Angelou not only taught there, but now has a residence hall and a center named after her, a tribute to an inspirational poet, activist, and teacher, as the nation's youngest inaugural poet makes her mark on history.
Those points of having courage and reverence for history, but also implying the sense of ownership of how we move forward together, I think were key points that were really taken home. And both women offered a beautiful call to action, to not just sit idly while your candidate now, assumes office, but really thinking critically about how you hold those candidates accountable to the promise of American democracy.
And we have the full transcript from Amanda Gorman's poem up on our website at WXII12.com. In Winston-Salem, Justin Schreier, WXII 12 News.